Namaste everyone. Today I am going to tell you about the pressure belts. And to find out the pressure belts, we must take a globe. Suppose this is a globe and the middle line which divides the earth in two equal parts, that is equator. This is known to everyone. Now from this equator to North Pole, it is 90 degree. So we have to divide this 90 degree in three equal parts. So 90 divided by 3 is equal to 30 degree. So from 0 degree to 30 degree and 30 degree to 60 degree. 30 plus 30 is equal to 60 plus 30 is equal to 90. First, we have divided the globe, the northern hemisphere, in three equal parts, that is 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Similarly, in the southern hemisphere, this is 0 degree and this is 90 degree. We have to divide it into three equal parts by 30 and 30. So, this is 0 degree, this is 30 degree, 30 plus 30 60 degree and then 60 plus 30 90 degree. After dividing the hemisphere in three equal parts, we have to find out the pressure belts. To find out the pressure belt, we will add 5 more degrees. So this is 0 degree, so 5 degree north, 0 to 5 degree north. Similarly, 30 to 35 degree north, 60 to 65 degree north and the same in the northern hemisphere. Similarly, in the southern hemisphere, 30 to 35 degree south, 60 to 65 degree south and the same in the north pole. Now, tell me one thing. Near the equator, whether the temperature is very high or very low. I think everyone knows that between tropics, the temperature is very high. If the temperature is very high, then the pressure will be low. So, I have written for this 5 degree north to 5 degree south. This equatorial region, we can call it equatorial also, and though it falls in torrid or tropical zone, so we will write tropical. We can write equatorial or tropical low pressure belt because due to very high temperature, the air will get heated and it will go up. It will move vertical. So after the vertical movement of air, we will find that the air is vacant, vacuum. A vacuum area is here. So the pressure will be low. That's why the name of this pressure belt is equatorial or tropical low pressure belt. Again, come to the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, if we see that in comparison of equatorial region, this region is comparatively receives less temperature. If it receives less temperature, then pressure will be high. As we know, the high temperature is there, then pressure will be low. If temperature is low, then pressure will be high. So, this is tropical region. So, the next to the tropical, we are comparing with tropical, the to subtropical. So, we will see that it will be named as subtropical high pressure belt because in comparison of equatorial region, the subtropical region will receive less temperature. Similarly, in the southern hemisphere, the same is here. This is equator. This is after subtropic of Capricorn. The area falls after Tropic of Capricorn and receives comparatively less temperature. That's why this area will also be named as subtropical high pressure belt. So I think everyone, it is very much clear to you all that we have found three pressure belts. After finding these three belts, we will go to the polar region. Near the pole, temperature is very low. This area is totally covered with snow, so it has high pressure. So we will write polar high pressure belt for the region polar. Next to the polar, we are seeing the comparison between polar and subpolar. So if the polar region has high pressure belt, then in comparison of polar region, 60° receives more temperature. So we will write that it has low pressure. So this is polar and this is subpolar low pressure belt. Similarly, in the southern hemisphere, in the complete south near the south pole, the temperature is very low. So the same we have written polar high pressure belt, and in comparison of this polar region, 60° receive comparatively more temperature. So it has low pressure zone. So we will write subpolar low pressure belt. In this way, we have seen that the pressure belts are alternate. Polar high pressure, then subpolar low pressure. One high pressure is there, next low pressure is there. Then again the subpolar high pressure belt is there, then again subtropical high pressure belt is there, and then tropical low pressure belt is there. Again subtropical high pressure belt is there, and polar low pressure belt is there, and finally polar high pressure belt is there. In this way we have seen that alternate pressure belts are there. So I think the pressure belts are very much clear to you. This is the pressure belt, and the next wind direction that we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.